Hello, everyone. You're watching Madden Ultimate Team, and I'm your host, The Coach. This game should not disappoint, so sit back and put that remote down.
They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. From way up at the 20. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is. But to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all. And now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up.
Swift will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
San Francisco readying for their first drive of the game on offense. And in his 9th season in the league, 6 with the 49ers, it's Jimmy Garoppolo at quarterback.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because...
And now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone, a fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Touchdown Bengals. DJ Moore. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And the defense. Quickly there, he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
Here's more on the return. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the...
There he goes, right side. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Swift running left.
An agile move, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Gabriel Davis.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bengals are able to add on to their first half lead.
And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Garoppolo thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage So they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
They'll try it now with Swift.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. First down, and they go with Swift again. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guy.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
DeAndre Swift
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bengals will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. And the Bengal offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And some space here. A big play there for Cincinnati. 42 yards. As it is with just about every big run like that one, usually starts up front, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and statistics don't go next to the names of the big guys who open up the holes, but they revel in that run just as much as the guy carrying the ball.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Swift.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
They will run it with Swift here.
And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
DeAndre Swift
taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 38.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Rolling to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Problems there on the option and a costly turnover.
Yeah, partner, you know how we watch practice sometimes and we see those drills where the quarterback's running with the football and they're swinging pads at him and the brooms are out and they're trying to poke at the football for ball security? I have a feeling next week there'll be an extra session of that each and every day.
167 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. Back now in Cincinnati. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And
oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake.
And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for two, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Swift going to try up the middle.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Swift.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Burrow. A quick hitter complete. It's Davis.
And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
One more time with Swift.
Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, they made the play there, and I'll guarantee you their coaches and the other players are screaming at them about their pride. Come on, guys. He's already gotten in 3 times. You can't give up a 4th one. And on that play, they were able to make the stop.
And you knew they were going to go to him to try to get that 4th.
And why wouldn't they? It's not just getting the 4th. He's the hot hand, so to speak, right? The hot feet in this situation, and he knows how to find the end zone. That time, he just didn't get there.
They'll try and run here with Swift.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here? Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
York now for the extra point.
He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Now this, a very short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. One final try now for Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles.
What's good with y'all boys, man? My bad. I was playing music. That's why I didn't hop on the mic. I might put them sub line back. Hold on. My team getting somewhat better. Damn, 180K. Ultimate kickball, ultimate sentences. I wonder if they doing that shit for college this year. You know, there's some little like I don't want to call it a tournament, but there's some shit where you can win like prizes and shit like that. That going on last year. I ain't lying. I might go buy me some coins tomorrow. Not coins. That green shit, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't play it. This is my first time playing much, so I'm new to this shit, yo. I should have chose a fucking playbook. I should too. Oh shit. I'm gonna get it though. Oh no, wait, no. I didn't want to.
Charles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started.
I didn't want to do that. This dude about to whoop my ass.
They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a...
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, they got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Wentz. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down. gets it down close to the 10-yard line. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Oh, this nigga hit the fucking grit. I'm done.
Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Niners use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead.
Yo, I'm about to back out this shit. I'm not even ready for this shit yet. My defense is trash. And look,
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Burrow will throw. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And into the end zone, a pick.
Get out of that shit. I'm gonna be back though. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna look that shit up in the PlayStation store, see how much that is.
about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Chargers. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. It got his man complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now second and goal.
That's good hard running right there on first and goal. That gets them down to the 2. It puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, first and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And now off to the races down the right side. 30. 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He goes 86 yards there on the touchdown run. And the Bucs are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys field it that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss.
He's still fucking going.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and making sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Shaquille Barrett drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Hopkins' kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
That turned into a very well orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Brady. This is caught by Evans. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 30 yards there. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Second down and goal. Brady. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take over at the 28-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Rolling to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Oh shit, not another one. Oh shit. That's 3. That's 3. 2 in this game, 3 altogether.
2 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
I need to keep track of it.
Point up and good by Suckup, and that will make this a 4-point game.
So I got 3 kickoff returns altogether in 2 this game.
So now the other
I think the most kickoff returns I had in the game was like 3 or 4.
Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Special teams, bro. Special teams could play a big part in the game. That's what people don't. People that haven't played football or don't understand the game of football, that's what they understand. Special teams could play a big part in the game.
Defense did its job, forcing the takeaway there to start the half, and now can the offense follow suit?
And you'd better believe that one side of the ball feeds off the work of the other, so they'll want to come out, establish some rhythm, and go down and take the lead.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I thought it would have been a pick too. Get it through there.
They're trying to set the tone for the 2nd half.
And without a doubt, they did exactly that. I've known coaches who have said the first 5 minutes of each half are so important to do exactly what you said, which is set the tone. I've also heard coaches talk about the first 5 plays. Let's go out and be
good defense.
Try to get
Let's
it to
go.
Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting, and he is going to get this one
good
back
defense,
to the
fellas.
20-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone.
Man, fuck the 3-5. Sticking to my 4-3. That shit's too damn complicated. They didn't add all the fucking things and shit. Cause that was initially gonna be my defense, the 3-5 to 3-5. That was gonna be initially my defense, but man, there's some bullshit ass plays, man. I feel like running all that crap.
Who'll get this forward for a gain of about 3.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Oh. Oh, boy, 30 Damn, nigga.
He's going to be marked down just outside the 10. When you think about the strong safety position, you know, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time, great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
They'll run it here with Bernard. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Again, here's Bernard. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Buccaneers take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The Bucs ready for the kickoff, and here we go. It's in the air.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Herbert. And a
Oh,
big
Lord.
loss here as he's taken
Ball came screaming on that line, bro.
Shaquille
Look at Shaq.
bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack
God
here tonight.
damn.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days
Ball
where they
came
get
screaming on
avoid
you.
sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Herbert.
He'll find Williams on the slant.
It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet? And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
Dumbass, thought that shit was gonna work again.
Picked up by
You really thought that shit was gonna work again?
And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Brady. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
I gotta do better, because I can't keep playing like this.
Either.
For real.
Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Dude, he lucky because
maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. That's caught right side by Palmer. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 76 yards. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not.
Oh, come on.
This is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for a 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try
Is
to
this dude
loosen
running
things
coming
up.
so
That'd be
slow?
the time
I'm
to
like,
do
what the
it.
hell is he
He'll
doing?
get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but
Gotta be blitzing.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball.
Fuck
They'll
off
have to
me,
find a
nigga.
way to throw it effectively as well.
Come on, bro.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
108 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Leonard Fournette, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple
I know y'all
yards
seen
shy of
dude
the 30.
getting knocked the fuck on the ground. I know y'all seen it.
The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert. He's got Eckler.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And let's face defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Herbert going to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Herbert to throw.
Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
Throwing, Herbert. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a subjective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Allen. Touchdown, Chargers.
Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have cut it back within a score.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Fournette, a first down carry.
121 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Second down, back to Fournette.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. A shotgun give to Fournette. And not much running room. Down to the 32. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
Named for the massive canyon that was flooded and created a puddle back in the 1960s after the dam was built. At this moment, Lake Powell was born. Before the dam was in place, Glen Canyon was considered one of the most remarkable landscapes in the U.S. People who knew it well considered it to be as beautiful as the Grand Canyon. Seeing this place come back to life is just such a special experience. Now, as the water recedes, the lost treasures of Glen Canyon are re-emerging. This is just stunning here. It's a very special place. Vulcan took us into what's known as Cathedral in the Desert, a massive cavern of undulating rock and a trickling waterfall. So that part of the chamber has not been seen since the 1960s. When we were here last year, we were parking our trucks right here. And now, one of the largest natural bridges in the country has risen out of the water. This bridge was covered by water, so in order of going under, we used to be able to go over. We used to be able to go over the top of this bridge. And maybe we'll be hiking under here. I think we'll be hiking under here probably in the next few years. This is amazing. It's like a forest coming out of the water. Yeah, we call them ghost forests. Forests once drowned in the canyon floor under the clearing. New plants and trees are starting to grow nearby. And Vulcan says ancient foothold from indigenous people who climbed here more than 1,000 years ago can now be seen. As more and more of these incredible one-of-a-kind features come out of water, there's no reason they shouldn't be protected. Vulcan wants Glen Canyon to become a national park. Part of the movement to bring Lake Powell into
That's yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. I have no clue what that is. That's Blueface. My bad, y'all. My bad. My record looking like that. It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Trust me, it will. I'm not quite used to the shit yet. You know, I played the beta. You know what I'm saying? I'm not quite used to it. Oh Lord, the Bengals. Oh Lord. Shit.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh shit.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Tampa. Fields this way up at the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. They begin with a run by Fournette. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Brady's throw there, incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
The sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple.
And the Bengals are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 17-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Levante David.
And the Bucs are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
From just shy of midfield, Brady.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive.
Motherfucker taught myself some toes.
And gain nice yardage.
Oh,
and I
what?
give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 5. Now Brady. He drops it off for Bernard.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Yeah, I think so.
We're scoreless after 1. 2nd quarter now in Tampa Bay.
It'll be
It's
Chiefs.
the Buccaneers
No.
in control of the football.
Chargers,
They've got it with a 1st and
Chiefs,
10.
Raiders, and Broncos.
To throw is Brady.
Getting it out wide here to Bernard. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Burrow looking to pass. He gets this one to Boyd.
Fucking God,
and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well, because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
T. Higgins.
42 yards.
And the Bengals post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Fournette running out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
On play action, now Brady. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
They came with a safety blitz, and Daxton Hill got home.
Here's Bernard. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now Brady.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that unlocks.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Pulls it in at the 13.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with a little under a minute to go, they may try and work their way into field goal range and try to tie up this ball game.
Airing one out for Boyd. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
McPherson's kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
A short kick taken at the 18.
And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Taken from about the 12.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review,
what a flag, eh?
because
But they throw it on me, though.
assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what
That's
did
fucking
we
crazy.
use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And they go play action now. Burrow. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there and a Bengal first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He's got it to the 43 here.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Steps away. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
He completes it to Julio Jones.
Finding room in midfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Up the gut, Fournette.
Daxton Hill there to make the stop on defense.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On play action, it's Brady.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Now Brady. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. Brady going to go on fourth down. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Fourth down, and they take to the air, which really isn't a major surprise. But how about the coverage there, able to bat it down?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On second down, here's Mixon. He finds some open field here, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running
That's
back
what you
on
need
that
for
counter
a good
play?
counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. We have played 3 quarters. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
91 yards on the ground for him so far.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
So a pressure spot here for Evan McPherson.
This to make it a 2-score game.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Leonard Fournette taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bucs have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point put through by Succop. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. Taken at the 15, a short. Now and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
Yo, my controller died.
Right there at the 22.
My controller died.
So how about
Yo.
this they cut the lead with a touchdown, and then on the ensuing kickoff, get the
Wow, that's crazy. My fucking controller died in the middle of the fucking play.
Because the momentum was totally against them. Now it's all in their favor. They got a chance to go into the lead.
Yo. Damn, bro, I'm in a fucking clip, bro. That's cool though.
Here's a give to Fournette.
That's cool.
And he'll get it down this time to the
That's
17.
fucking crazy.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Fuck, man.
3
That
points
shit fucked
separating
up, bro.
these two sides with 2 minutes left to go.
Oh man, that shit fucked up.
2nd and 5.
That's fucking 2 fumbles in one game, bro. Fuck, man.
Here's Brady. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. They get
That shit just pissed me off, bro. I could have taken the fucking lead, bro.
Only way to get the lead
I
here,
gotta
of course, with a touchdown.
do all this kind of
And
bullshit
that's
to
what they're
win.
gunning for on 1st and goal. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they could smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Succop's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40.
Give me that shit.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Oh my god, this fucking game. I'm ready for this shit to get over with.
I get and appreciate that
I
they
ain't
wanted
lying.
to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.
Not so sure their fans feel the same way as you when they just watch that ball get picked and taken the other way, and now they're down 6. Looks like it's going to be a loss for them. An absolute catastrophe when they tried to be aggressive.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and they will take a 7-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
He was slide early because now I'm gonna come pop his ass. Oh shit, man. Look, I ain't tripping about it, bro. Let's play defense, man. As long as we play defense, we good. Come on, the nickel package. Whatever you come out in, that's what we want. We come to 5 out, okay.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy
Damn,
right now.
I didn't
But
get
let's
his
face
feet.
it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a
Shit.
premium here.
Alright.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another
Wait,
first and
hold
10
on.
to throw
Oh,
Burrow.
fuck.
And this is caught at the 20. And yes, he's into the end zone.
Wow.
So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged, maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them in bounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Again, it's Fournette. And the tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. On now is Ryan Suckup for the field goal try. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And it'll be a hot time in Ybor tonight. The Bucs have won the football game.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not.
Oh, if I can do, show the fucking replay. It's getting there, y'all. It's getting there. 15 and 10. I know it's like 5 games apart, but it's getting there. You know what I'm saying? It's getting there. 13 and 4. Okay. God damn. All right.